Hello and welcome to Storytime Sunday. Every Sunday I make up a story using the fabulous world of story cubes, and it's your job to find out what could be the hidden meaning in said story. So I've selected 4 dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to roll them, and each dice has got an image on it, and those images will dictate what the story will include. So the first one, we roll a house. The second one is a magnet. The third one is a star. And the fourth one is a flashlight. So we have house, magnet, star, flashlight. Here we go. So recently, I've been on a bit of a journey to find a new house, looking at different places to live. Yeah, I mean, we're renting, but it'd be really great to have a house to buy. Now, all houses have got a certain energy to them. Some people might say a vibration. And sometimes we get these sort of senses of what they're like from the environment. They always say you should always visit a house or actually see where it is before you actually buy it. Now, a little while ago, I was doing a little bit of a jog as I'm getting ready for a half marathon moving forward in the year. And I saw this house. Now, it looked really nice. It's got like those white panels that you see in the States. And it's got those beautiful white marble columns. And as I saw this, there was something magnetic about it. There was almost something that drew me to this house. Now, I wasn't quite sure, but there was a bit of a gut feeling about it. And you know, when you look at something and you're just not really sure, but you know that, okay, this is the right way to go. This is something that I need to explore. This is something I maybe need to sit some time with. Because, to be honest, it seemed quite familiar. As much as I was an outsider to the property, it seemed like something that was quite interesting. So anyway, I carried on my jog. But that sort of house stayed with me for a couple of days. And then one night I woke up with a star. And I don't normally have dreams that I actively remember, but this seemed like a little bit of a nightmare. And I woke up, I wasn't quite sure what happens, but I was in a hot sweat. It was coming down my face. I was like, so I decided, I stood up, I took a deep breath in. And I'm like, okay, cool. So what I decided to do is I went to the kitchen, and we got quite a nice kitchen. And like, if you look through the window, there was a really clear view of the sky. And what I saw for a moment, do you know when you just focus on a point, and when you focus in on that point, you can just allow almost everything to dissolve. And sometimes we notice things that we didn't notice before. And it was like I literally saw a shooting star. And it made me think of Pinocchio. Don't remember if you know the story of Pinocchio, but in the Disney version, at least, haven't read the book. But in the Disney version, Pinocchio is actually talking to Geppetto, or no, not Geppetto, Jiminy Cricket. And he's talking to Jiminy Cricket. And basically, tell a lie, I'm mixing stuff up. Geppetto wishes upon a star, a shooting star, that he has a real boy. And it flies across the sky. And it's in that moment, and it's in that night, that Jiminy, like the shooting star, comes to life, makes Pinocchio a real boy, manifests this real boy. And Jiminy Cricket is Pinocchio's guide through this whole thing. And it made me think, okay, well, what sort of guide do I need? What sort of illumination do I need in this context? Because sometimes it can be quite easy to keep ourselves in the dark. And I know personally, in certain areas of my life, I'm quite happy to keep myself in the dark. Because it's easier to be in the dark than it is to shine a light on things. Because when we shine a light on things, when we actually focus in and shine a light on what's in that darkness, we actually have the power to make different choices, do different things. And I don't know what it was about that house, but it was in that moment that I realized that home, that house that seemed beautiful and that seemed pristine, I needed to shine a light on it, because as much as on the outside it looked beautiful and presentable, there was something inside that house that I needed to shine a light on, look at. Because once a light is shone on something, it changes our perception of it. It seems a bit different. And then we can take steps to move things, change things, or do something different moving forward. So, I hope this is illuminating. So where are you keeping yourself in the dark? Where do you need to maybe lighten things up a little bit? Because it might not be as dark as it seems. That's your Daily Dose with Dale. This is Storytime Sundays. I'll catch you next week for around the same time, about 9:30 Eastern Time, for a next story. Let me know in the comments what you think the message is in this story, and I'll catch you at the next one.